So, as a part of my development, this symbolism, this knife, it means a lot to me, because it reminds me in my research consciously of what's going on and the stakes as far as symbolism, and things are not always what they seem, and the fact that my ancestors, our ancestors, allowed me to be able to take back what was ours brings me great joy. So this is one of the, I have a knife collection, and this is one of the ones that I really like. It's, let me see. So it kind of reminds me of NASA. Looks like a little spaceship. Okay. Now I know that the symbols on this are in the wrong direction. You know, just hijacking our stuff and corrupting it, and it's a doggone shame. And now the symbols I see are in the correct direction as I'm showing you, which is like sweet. Okay, so this is my little knife, and that's what it reminds me of. That and NASA. If you know the story about that. Just the glamour and the illusion. So it's all a matter of perception. You know what I'm saying? Take back your power, empower yourself, show yourself approved, and study to show yourself approved, and watch the beauty and the essence and the glory of our ancestors, their power unfolds and manifest in your life as they give us back our symbols that we can use during our meditation. These symbols were used by so many enlightened people in history from so many different cultures. You can see similar symbolism, and that brought about like-minded concepts and releases of spirituality that are like bridges. And that is the very reason why people who do psychological warfare, like Nazi paperclip scientists, and where did they learn that from? It didn't start there. It actually started here. America is a pro at destroying cultures and mutilating perceptions and period, psychological warfare, you know, turning people's minds against itself by using their own idiosyncrasies against them. Okay, we're a pro at that, and we actually taught it to other people around the world and shared it and spread it, and the hypocrisy that is now being seen because people are actually waking up is just, that part alone is worth living this long to be able to see all these lights turn on and all these people thinking for themselves. And it's a beautiful thing to be able to see. So I hope you can join me in not being afraid to take back our the symbolisms that speak to you through your unconscious mind. Walk through it, and the anchor is doing your research and finding out its origins, right? And seeing how that speaks to your heart, how that speaks to your body, how that speaks to your spirit. You know, when you pray about it and you meditate on it, what does it say to you after you found contradictory information, you know, and evidence to the contrary, that it is evil? There's many things, a matter of fact, in my research that I had to bypass, that culturally, through religious means or just social sanctions, social things that you're taught culturally that are taboo, that I learned, and the more I study, the more I see how it was deliberately put there, deliberately as an obstacle so that we don't pursue certain things that are actually really good tools. Spiritual tools are ancient tools. And one of the things that got me doing that was a lot of the things that I was told not to do spiritually were things that the government was doing openly that people were not even looking at, like Washington, D.C., the whole layout being in a pentagram, and just like the obelisks and how they bring in energy, and how I felt when I went to visit the White House, and you could just feel that whole thing and as a porthole for energy. It was very strong and it felt so good, you know, all this energy. Like you can tell when you're in an area that is just, it's different. So yeah, there's a lot of things that they don't want us to tap into to empower ourselves, and there's a lot of shame and taboo that's centered around it. And I'm not telling you to do anything stupid. I'm telling you to research. I'm telling you to pray on it. I'm telling you to meditate. Asking you to coerce with your ancestors and your ancients. I'm asking you to collaborate a collage of information so that you can make an appropriate assessment and decision for your own spiritual type, for your own type, okay? And then once you do that, you're able to assess whether something should be hands off, or it's something that you could have been using the whole time that was really beneficial for you, right? And now that you know, how much easier would it be for somebody that you care about and that that you're maybe looking after or praying for, or that's struggling with something, to know that they also can be empowered by things like ancient symbolism and how they are integrated into our daily life. And I will teach you further about how symbols can actually help you collect and find yourself. They can help you ground yourself and find your way, like a compass. They're like compasses, okay? Much love to you and yours. This is Siren Buddha Medicine, the feminine principle and aspect, the wisdom part of this thing, right? So I hope you enjoyed what I shared. I hope it was useful to you. I'm out.